Welcome. I'm Garland Colson, the Captain Time, and I just wanted to show you how I use Teamwork.com, previously Teamworkpm, to manage my daily tasks. So first off, this is Teamworkpm. It is a web-based product, so you can access it from anywhere. And this is the current view we are in is a project view and then a task list. So you see I have a number of different task lists set up here, one for planning, one for marketing, one for product development. I can easily close or open the task list so that I can focus on just one just by clicking on the little button over here to close or open it by clicking on the plus or minus sign. You can also click on expand. So there's two places where you can close that up here. When you look at a task, you see it has the name of the person it's assigned to, what the task is. It also has any dependencies that this task has if it's dependent on another task. I could click here to start logging time against this task right now. And when I do that, I can just click on Start Timer and it will start logging down here. Or if I wanted to actually just put time to it, I could just click on it and click on Log Time and just type in the amount. It allows me to set a priority level, high, medium, low, or none. And I can add subtasks as well, like underneath it. I can also set a due date. When is this going to be started and when's it going to be due? I can choose a percentage of completion. Let's say if in this case it was 30% complete. I can also add a reminder if I want, where it'll notify me in the event that something comes up, so it can give me an email reminder about a task coming up. I can follow this or add followers to it, and I can add comments. Now the comment is a great place to add information about what's gone on with a particular project. I find that adding comments works much better than sending emails back and forth because you have to continually go through emails all the time. So if I want to log that time, I just click there to stop it, and it would then go ahead and log that time. So in a nutshell, that's how I work with a task. If I want to add a new task, I just click here, put in what's to be done, choose from the pull-down menu who I'm going to assign it to, set a start and a due date. I can add deeper information here. I can add files here. I can choose who can see this task. So if you have some parts of projects that not everybody should see, you can do that. I can set a time to complete, progress so far, followers, and again, dependencies we talked about, and if this task is going to repeat. So these are just some of the easy ways to work with tasks. I can drag and drop the tasks as well, very easy to do, can move them around. I can even do that with whole task lists. So I find it's a very simple way to be able to keep everything, here. Now, that was the task view, which is my preference. The overview, a little bit different, gives you a timeline. I don't find this one as useful. I can set milestones for a project if I want, but I'm not really someone who uses milestones a lot, but it can be a good way if you're working with a large team. Messages you can click on to see all the messages. Files, you can see them all here. Time, this will show all the time that's been tracked. Notebooks. It has a built-in notebook section where you can add information. I tend not to use this personally. I tend to use OneNote for everything, and then I would put a link into OneNote instead. But if you want to keep your notes in one spot, you can. Risks, again, it's not something I use, but in a larger team it would be. And links, you can add links here as well. And the billing is just to take your time and then to be able to invoice people. People just controls who has access to this particular project. So that's an overview of how those are worked. So a couple of other things as well. One thing I find really useful is something called templates. If I go into the settings here, templates lets me set up templated lists of tasks for certain projects. So let's say, for example, if I want to set up a brand new WordPress website, there's 35 tasks involved in setting up a brand new WordPress website. So I've actually set these up previously and I can edit them. So for example, if I go down to the WordPress one here, here's all the different tasks I've already set up, who's to do them. And then if I want to add that to a task list, it makes it really easy to do. Let's go back to the projects again. You see here, this lists all my projects and all my clients and everything else, so I can find those quite easily. We'll go back to the one we were on. So let's say I want to add a new task list. So this is to set up a new website. Then I can click on Advanced, and I can say, would I like to use the template? Yes or no, and I can choose the template, put it in, add it, and it says who's going to do. I can actually sign right now who's going to sign the stuff for the roles task. And then I go add, and this will automatically add in the entire task list. So you see down here, set up new website, it's given me everyone. When a task is complete, you just tick that and it crosses it out. Next time you come here, it won't show, but you can click on the completed ones at any time in order to have them come back. Couple of other views up here. If you click on the dashboard, this shows you all the changes throughout all the projects. I find this one not as useful as well because of the fact that I prefer to be in the project view. The everything view does have a use. Sometimes you can see, also on the dashboard, I can see any late tasks here. These are upcoming tasks. I can see late. If you go to everything, it lets you see all the tasks across all the projects. The fun thing here is you can actually then sort this by project, by who it's assigned to, and that way you can pull up everybody's task list if you want to see just for which staff members. Again, that's the project view. Calendar view, I don't use it. It has a built-in calendar, but I tend to use Google Calendar for things, so I haven't used it. Status view, I really don't have any. That's just people want to do statuses of what they're doing, and people just controls who's got access to everything in your projects. It does also have a Gantt chart as well, so you can go into a project, you can click down here and look at a Gantt chart. A Gantt chart, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, is a chart that shows tasks, due dates, and dependencies. I tend not to use them myself, but a lot of people do, so it does have that capability. And that's it. That's my overview of Teamwork.com. Pricing on it, sorry, let's just have a quick look here. Let's go to Teamwork.com. So I am a paid member of Teamwork. I do pay for this one. I find it's definitely worth it. Let's see their pricing here. So it depends on the number of projects you have. I'm currently sitting at the $24 a month part. It gives me 15 projects, 5 gig of storage. I usually don't have more than 15 projects on the go. $12 a month for up to 5 projects. The small office version also gives you connections to Box.com and Dropbox if you need it. But the lower one, the one I'm in, does let me connect to Google Drive if I want. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening.